To all Filipinos who work as virtual assistants, freelancers, or online sellers from the comfort of their homes, believing that they are beyond the reach of tax obligations, I say this with all legal humility. You are not exempt from taxation simply because you work from home. Let us begin with tax principles. Under Section 23 of the National Internal Revenue Code of 1997, as amended, a citizen of the Philippines residing therein is taxable on all income derived from sources within or without the Philippines. The provision is clear. All income, regardless of its source, whether earned online, abroad, or locally, either from legitimate or illegitimate sources. Basta, all income is taxable. Let me emphasize, the law does not distinguish whether your income is derived from legal or illegal means. As the Supreme Court has ruled in CIR versus Ayala Securities Corporation and consistently held since, taxation is not concerned with the legality or illegality of the income. What is important is whether there is gain or profits realized. That means, for example, if you won money from a derby or gambling activity, kana inyong mga daog sa sabong o tupada that constitutes income. It is taxable. Under Section 24, Paragraph A, all income, unless expressly exempted, must be reported and taxed accordingly. Now, if you are engaged in so-called underground work, for example, if you are engaged in prostitution, although that activity may be punishable under our penal laws, the income derived from it is still considered taxable under the NIRC. Yes, even if the source is illegal, it is subject to income tax. That is how strict and neutral the law is on the matter. The BIR is not a moral agency. It is a revenue collecting agency. So back to the virtual assistant who thinks that, but I only work from home for a foreign client. Why should I pay? The answer lies in the Tax Reform and Acceleration and Inclusion or TRAIN law. The Republic Act number 10963 under the amended Section 24, Paragraph A and subsection 2 of the Tax Code, which states self-employed individuals and professionals, including freelancers or virtual assistants, are subject to income tax based on either the graduated rates or the optional 8% tax on gross receipts, so long as gross receipts do not exceed 3 million pesos in a year. So kung mulapas mo og 3 million pesos a year, dili na income tax but buttable tax na. But here's the important part. Only those whose total income does not exceed 250,000 pesos are exempt from income tax. This is replacing the old 50,000 basic personal exemption. So unless you are earning less than 250,000 pesos a year, you are not exempt from paying taxes. So kung sobra na sa 250,000 ang imong kita, sorry ka na lang, you have to pay. Further, if you are engaged in online selling, say you are on Facebook Marketplace or namaligya mo sa Shopee or sa Lazada, selling pre-loved items or handmade goods, you are considered engaged in business. And Section 236 of the NIRC requires you to register with the BIR, issue invoices or receipts, and file your income tax returns. Let me say this as clearly as I can. Taxability is not based on how you feel about your work Whether you work in a call center, a virtual office, or even from your bedroom or a street corner, basta you earn income, the law presumes you are taxable. And no, working online is not a loophole. In fact, the Bureau of Internal Revenue has already addressed this. Revenue Memorandum Circular number 60-2020 and its companion issuances require all digital workers, including content creators, freelancers, virtual assistants, and online entrepreneurs, to register, declare, and pay taxes. So to conclude, income is taxable, legal or illegal, online or offline, local or foreign. The BIR will tax the income regardless of its moral nature. Ang pangutana ra gyud, nakakita or nakakuha ba mo og income? Kung oo, then bayad pud ta og buhis. We are not exempted because we are small. We are not exempted because we work from home. And we are not exempted because we think our work is just humble or untraditional. And then others will argue, ngano mo bayad pa man ko? Nakawaton raman na atong buhis sa mga politiko. That is another story. Stealing money from government is a crime. Not paying your taxes is a crime as well. In the course of all these, if we think that our taxes will just go to waste to these political hoodlums, to you I say, let's not join their criminal acts. We pay our taxes and we do not stop by paying. We guard them as well. So if we see any hint of corruption, we speak out. We report to prosecute, because that money they may be corrupting is our hard-earned money paid through taxes. Let us comply, not merely because we are afraid of penalties, but because compliance is citizenship. And we all know that taxes is the lifeblood of our nation. Another day, another Regal POV.